Helga from Helga's Pennsylvania Cooking. Today I'm going to help you out with what to do when you don't have yeast. I guess yeast has gotten pretty scarce for some people, and they're wanting to use it and they're not being able to find it at the regular stores. The local Mennonite shops here have it, but you can make your own yeast. It's a starter. You can make your own yeast. It's not hard. It only takes a couple of ingredients and you're good to go, and it will live forever if you feed it correctly and take care of it like the pet that it becomes. My one friend, when she made her starter a couple of years ago, she named him George. So he's still going strong for all her bread needs. This starter or yeast can be used for any bread making. It's very universal. The only thing that's a little different about this, and one of the reasons I like it, is it's a potato starter. You use the potato juice, the potato water, as the water for your starter. But it is a potato, one medium peeled potato, 1.5 to 2 cups water, a tablespoon of sugar, and 1 cup of flour. That is it. And that was going to make our starter. So there's our flour, sugar, water, and the potato. I'm going to cube up the potato and put it with the water and boil it like you would for mashed potatoes. And when it's done, I'm going to drain off the water and let it cool, and then we'll make the rest of this. So my potatoes are done boiling, and I'm just going to let them cool. Then I'll take the potatoes out, and I'm going to put the juice in a 1-quart mason jar along with the flour and sugar. And then I'll show you what we do next. So this should have cooked down, your water should have cooked down to about half of what we started with, so it should be around a cup. And I'm just basically going to strain my juice into this mason jar, and then we'll add the rest. So my potato juice is in the jar, and I'm going to add my sugar, swirl it around, and I'll add my flour, and we're going to give this a good shake. Okay, now I'm going to put this in a warm spot, actually on the stove. Temperature matters. It needs to at least be 70 degrees for this to grow, okay? So usually my house is at 68 or so, or sometimes less. So I actually have the stove on warm to allow this to have enough heat so that it will grow. It usually says overnight, but I've gotten around 8 hours or so. As long as it was warm, it'll get the growth that you need and that you want for this to be a starter. This should froth up at least double in size. So we'll check it out tomorrow. Oh, and I'm going to put a cloth over the top. Okay, so I let it sit out overnight with the oven on for a good 8 hours of it on warm, so it had the temperature. But I started with only this much in here, and you can see that it is more than doubled in this jar. And the inside, if you can see it, is foamy and frothy, and that is your yeast. And it smells, actually it smells yeasty. So I'm going to include the slide that tells you the conversion. 2 tablespoons of this equals 1 tablespoon of conventional yeast in a recipe. I'm going to cap this and put it in the refrigerator to store. You need to feed it once a week, like a pet. And you always replace what you take out. Every week, feed the yeast by adding 1.5 cups of water, 1.5 cups of flour, and 2 tablespoons of sugar. Make sure you have used or take out half of the mixture before adding more. And actually Amish friendship bread, that's how you actually grow the bags to give to others, is this method. So this is just potato water and sugar and flour, and made a jar of yeast. So give it a shot. I'm gonna probably try and make some bread here in a couple days with it, but this is going in the fridge for now, and it gives a really nice sourdough taste. And I like the bread, the potato part of it really, I think, gives it good flavor. And here it is for you better to see. And like I said, when I started I only had this much, so it really grew overnight. But that's what you want. Like I said, it smells nice and yeasty. So if you don't have yeast, no worries, you can grow your own. Like I said, it has to be 70 degrees or more for this to grow overnight, or over the day. You want a good 8 hours for it to grow anyway, and let it proof overnight. So I'll include the slide. This was actually from the Canadian Growers Association of Canada, and I'm just going to include the slide here at the end of the video for you so you can see it and print it out if you need to or want to. You can use just plain water too. I just like the potato water. I think it gives a little bit different taste element, but that's just me. So there you go, how to make your own yeast.